Able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play, and it's third down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He's going to field this at the 4. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Check. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Sponge. No.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Check 99. Watch the edge. Back.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Watch out. Two.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
To throw again on second down, Garoppolo. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
3 down. Kill. Out.
21.
Shit. 49. Check.
65.
Bang.
11.
It's Coleman here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
44.
21.
Now Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Richie James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check 4. Hey, watch it. Tight yard.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
319.
Come off the ball.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. James has got it, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
12, fellas, here we go. Go ahead.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here we go,
So
here we go.
2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
26.
51, Mike. Mike 51. I got you, punk.
Go.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Bravo! General West! 44, Mike, 44.
He don't know no better.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On play action, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Blue 58.
Watch the run, watch the run.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, able to avoid him.
Oh, all praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Crunch. He's crashing.
21.
Watch safety creep.
11. 21.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Packers' 4-yard line.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
35's the Mike. Watch the run.
Hey, Echo.
35, Mike, 35. I'm coming, Bob, coming.
White.
35's the Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 35.
13.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check. Rush in.
21.
25. Check 25. Shoot.
2.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. That's kind of an interesting decision. One-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
30.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
James now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Watch the safety creep. Over. Run.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Get 300. Get 300.
Here's Rodgers to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
59. Mike's 59.
Watch the slant.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
Inside. We ain't giving up nothing.
Rodgers again now. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Double up. He's coming. Double up. Woo! Yeah, baby.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Mike by 4. You run. Check. Lucky.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football.
Here we go.
Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Check 43. Slam. Undercrush.
21.
He's coming.
12. Stay high.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is Coleman, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Forced out to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Box it.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On the return, it's James. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
35, Mike, 35. I know you ain't got it.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's going to be a long day.
On play action, now Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
35's the Mike. You don't want to
Six.
Mike, 35.
Boy.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, gun. Hey, orbit.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Garoppolo looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas, here we go.
54. Check.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the 49ers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game,